What is it?
Whole thing's f***ed. 8 weeks.
I know.
Send an urgent email now. Oh my god, this isn't gonna work.
What? Now we're in f***ing Worthing. No f***ing visas. F***! I mean... Girls and boys, a few days later, you may have noticed we aren't in Tunisia.
Not quite.
We are still in the lovely seaside paradise of Worthing. Algeria, we've been going back and forth with the consulate for a while, trying to get visas sorted.
Yeah, we're talking like 2 months there.
Yeah, shoved a load of paperwork in their face, you know. They decided that they were not going to approve our application. They said that they could send it off to Algeria for it to potentially be, you know, reviewed, but it would be a minimum of 8 weeks. And unfortunately, you know, budget constraints, we don't have 8 weeks to spare. Honestly, I walked out the Algerian consulate head in hands, threw my bag on the floor, just lied on the pavement for about 10 minutes straight. I was like, this whole mission that I've been planning for years felt like in that moment it was getting ripped away. I send that text over, says, we're fucked. Totally fucked.
Yeah.
The whole thing's fucked.
It's literally the text.
What is going through everyone's head?
Harry said that out loud with no context, and we all just lost. My heart dropped out of my soul. Like, just everything fell out of my body.
Oh my god. I mean, I've been on the road now for about 2 months for this trip. I left my home. I've just been couch surfing about a month in DC getting visas, one of which was the Algerian visa, which was so hard to get. It took me about 3 weeks and just constant. Yeah, and now I can't use it.
It's difficult when you put your heart and soul into this thing for a while, and when it comes down to it, it's a signature on a piece of paper, a stamp, or 2 blokes shaking hands, and at the end of it, that's what it was. And yeah, gutted really, to be honest with you.
And I think the really tough thing is, like, we've had a lot of challenges in the preparation for this mission, like more than you can imagine. But there was a good 3-4 hours on that day where all of us felt there was a genuine, very real possibility that it was physically impossible for us to complete this challenge.
Yeah.
Because we were thinking about some other options too.
Yeah,
we were going
yeah.
into like Libya and another route, but
They were all non-starters, to be honest.
There is only one route.
it really is.
there
yeah.
is. But we are never ones to lie down. There is no giving up around here. There is only solutions. So that's what we've done. We are flipping the mission 180. We're going from the most southern point of Africa now to the most northern point. So the plan is exactly the same. We're just doing it in reverse.
Which doesn't solve the Algeria problem, but hopefully gives us more time to figure it out.
The Algeria problem is here, but our power to do anything about it right now is here. But hopefully in 6 months' time, our power will be up here to do something about it with that amount of time to build out some connections and bridge the credibility of getting through 14 other countries first. We've got to get the bus there. So we're going to ship that on a big old ship, and then we are going to fly to South Africa and start the mission there. It does pose a few different issues, the main one being that it's very expensive, more expensive than going to Tunisia, and we're already thin on budget. So obviously yesterday we released the Patreon as well, and the support on Patreon already has been incredible, overwhelming.
Amazing.
The amount of people backing that on Patreon. In the state of the country as it is now, you know, cost of living crisis, and you know, everyone's feeling it. So to have any amount of money from you guys through Patreon we really do appreciate it, and I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that's supported on Patreon.
It really will be integral to the mission that this money exists. You know, this is make or break. That, you know, every penny counts in this game.
It's every mile. Like it, you know, every
really,
kilometer
really
we run is due to that.
We're so grateful.
Because we're a team here, but I mean, the Hardest Geezer team is bigger than
international,
all of us.
yes.
And we need every person on that team because this is a Hardest Geezer mission. It's not supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be posh.
You know, we're underdogs at this point, so you know, to have you guys, you know, banding together and pushing us forward, you know, it wouldn't be possible without it.
But yeah, we're going to make it worth it for you, those that support on Patreon, aren't we?
Yes.
We've got some
Content.
good stuff
Yeah.
planned.
And you get a chance to fly out and
Yes.
meet us at the end.
Yes,
And
so
this is massive.
that's everyone in the second tier or above will get entered into a little raffle, and you know, you and a mate will be coming out, getting a little two-step with us on the dance floor in Tunisia.
And it's really important that we offered that opportunity to pretty much every tier, because obviously we understand that people can't donate that much, and we wouldn't expect that from most people, but we still want that opportunity to be available to anyone who supports us, big or small.
Exactly. If you haven't checked out the Patreon, give it a go.
The link's on screen now. It'll also be in the description of this video.
Sweet. So, where does that leave us now? Well,
In a car park.
we are in a car park. We're making all the moves possible to get ourselves to South Africa. We will be there shortly. Obviously, this is not going to be easy. This is one of many hurdles I expect us to have to overcome. We'll be there. We'll be making it happen every step of the way, every country, every kilometre. It's exciting times, a few bumps in the road, but South Africa, we are coming. The game is the fucking game.
The game is a game.
You do a proper one, please.
The game
The game.
is the fucking game.
The game is the
The
game.
game is the game.
The game is the game.
Not a single one of those is usable.